We're just going to connect with the management of Sterlite Technologies. Remember, as flagged off earlier, the company is selected for the Kakinada Smart City project, and we are essentially going to also gauge the progress on the Gandhinagar as well as the Jaipur Smart City projects. Let's bring on board then Dr. Anand Agarwal. He's a whole-time director and CEO of the company. Dr. Agarwal, thanks so much for joining us on ET Now. Congratulations on being selected as the Master System Integrator for the Kakinada Smart City project. To start with, help our viewers understand the size and the scope of this transformational projects, and if you could just explain it to us with the help of some numbers, please.
Sure. Good morning, Mobina. Thanks for having me. This Kakinada Smart City is the third smart city which we as a company are doing. This is a city which is, as we see every single city that we are moving through, there is more and more evolution of the design and the scope that we are doing. So Kakinada as a city, we are developing from the very base infrastructure, going up to the entire software layer. We are doing the basic optical fiber infrastructure in the city. We are building the routing and transport layer. We are building the Wi-Fi, hotspots, surveillance, traffic management, number plate detection, several of these applications. And the great part is we've been involved in the design phase. We are going to build this city over the next few quarters, and we'll be managing the operations of the network as well for the next 5 years. So the scope is getting wider in terms of what we are building, as well as in terms of duration, that the fact that we'll be upgrading, managing that entire network for the next 5 years.
Okay, and how does this compare against the other smart city projects that you're executing, like for example in Gandhinagar, in Jaipur, and also if you could just help us with what the progress has been in those two cities?
Sure. Both Gandhinagar and Jaipur are now in operational phase. So what we did there was essentially the top layer, that is the application layer which we had built with a lot of new IoT applications. Both these projects are over. We finished them towards the end of 2016, and currently we are in the operate and maintain phase. While Kakinada is just starting in a build phase, it should be done by early next year, and then for 5 years we will be managing and maintaining and upgrading. These cities will continue to evolve towards becoming smarter and smarter. So there will be newer and newer applications coming in at the IoT layer, as well as you'll need to strengthen the infrastructure. So that evolution, we will continue being part of all the cities that we get involved in.
Okay, just to help our viewers, with the numbers bit, how does this new smart city project essentially translate into numbers for you in terms of a revenue opportunity? Like you said, you're going to operate and maintain the city for the next 5 years. So what kind of a revenue figure will you be able to earn from this going forward? What can we expect on the profit and loss account?
Each of the cities are of different sizes. Some of the city projects are of the order of so they range between 50 to say 300 to 400 crores projects, depending on what the scope is. As a company, our revenue has been about at a run rate of about 2,600 crores. So as we do multitude of these projects, if we do 4 to 5 cities in a year, there would be significant amount of revenue growth that we get from just this the smart city build out itself.
Okay, fair enough. How does the order book stack up at the current juncture? What kind of inflows are you expecting from the domestic markets as well as the overseas markets? And, if you could just explain to us what's the execution visibility over the next couple of years?
Sure. Our overall order book is at the highest level ever, and it's being driven both by international as well as domestic markets. So we see a great degree of pull coming in for our optical fiber products. Globally, we see a big amount of demand coming in for new infrastructure build out, which is happening for 5G as well as for fiber to the home sort of applications. We are fully sold out for our optical fiber business for the current year and a large part of next year as well. Our order book is in excess of 3,000 crores now. So we already have an order book for more than a year and beyond. And currently a lot of focus is for us in strengthening that order book for subsequent years, in expanding our capacity that we announced from 30 million to 50 million kilometers, and at the same time building our capabilities and strengthening our service order book in what we do for cities, what we do for defense, and what we are doing for rural broadband in India.
Okay, fair enough. Dr. Agarwal, thank you so much for joining us then. We wish you all the very best with this project as well, all the projects that you may have on the annual going forward. Thank you once again. That's Sterlite Tech for you. A strong spike up actually seen just in the last couple of minutes in the stock price. It's now at the day's high, higher by 1.3%. But one stock that's clearly buzzing away in trade is ITC. While of course it's cooled off a bit from the day's high, nevertheless the rally just seems to be continuing.